from Flag Animal Farm, and this is the mighty Tammy Page, an absolute warrior who fought so hard for her life. 3 months ago, we received an anonymous photograph of a horse in dire need, desperate to be saved. I made many phone calls, no one else could assist. So I made a hard decision to take on an animal at a time when we knew we couldn't afford to do so. So what happened is Tammy Page arrived the next day at 7:30 in the morning. It was an absolute critical case. She was basically collapsing in the horse box. We were videoing her in the back of the box. She could hardly stand. That is how weak she felt. When an animal is almost or very close to death, it actually gives off a smell of death. Her internal organs were collapsing. Her body was so riddled in ticks. Her legs were so full of pus that we had to make a decision there and then to inject her with a product called death-defying to save her life, to remove the ticks. And that was also a risk because could her body actually take on that death-defying in her bloodstream? So it was life or death. The vet actually gave her 48 hours to live, either by starvation, death of starvation, or death from tick bite. As you could see, Tammy Page had such zest in her eyes, such a willing to survive, that I knew in my heart that we needed to make that call. So we injected her. The next day all the ticks were dead, and it was now my journey to remove the bodies before those ticks actually rotted in her flesh. So we could only use natural products on her. So things like vinegar, sunlight soap to remove the oil. Did you know that that guy had covered her in engine oil to remove the ticks? But at the same time, it was burning her in the sun, and she didn't even have any bit of fur left on her whole body. As you can see, these lumps on her body, that's created from the engine oil and malnutrition. It's cancer. Tammy Page is currently going under chemo. She had 3 out of 4 sessions. I've never ever had a horse this thin before at Flag Farm. I've had many other animals, but horses are very, very sensitive. The most important thing is your heart wants to just feed them. You know, you want to go and put tens of kgs of food into a bucket every day and just feed her quickly. It's not about feeding them quickly, it's about feeding them smart. So my husband and I had to measure 250 grams of food every 3 hours and feed her 24-hour shifts. Tammy Page took us 22 days to go from starvation, almost death, to almost a level 4, which is almost in mint condition. Her whole body, as you can see now, she's just going to bring in a bit of muscle. She's loving the freedom, so we can't ride her for at least a year, just for her body just to settle. But as you can see with Tammy Page, through the community drive, through the love that people have for Flag Animal Farm, we're able to give her absolutely everything. She is now on 2 meals a day, maintaining her body weight, loving swimming in this beautiful dam. As you can see, she might want to take me in the dam for a swim. But what I love about her is her courage and her will to live, and a strong and willing and kind heart. There we go. The greatest and most amazing feeling in my heart was when she realized that she had friends here. She was so alone before. A horse deserves that right. They need a little buddy. She absolutely loves the herd. She loves the little goat. She bobs and weaves with the pigs. And she just absorbs the joy around her. So in the beginning, the name Zest came to me. But it wasn't the right name. So I tracked down the breeder. I wanted her original name that she was born with love before she was sold. Got hold of the breeder and asked her what was her name. Her name was Tammy. A name that she knew was love. A name that she knew that apparently she loved water, like she swims in this dam. When you use a hose pipe, she sucks on the hose pipe because she just loves water. So I named her Tammy. And the name Page kept on coming up. And Page is named after a 17-year-old girl that sadly passed away from cancer. A local girl who I've never met, but I felt in my heart that I needed to honor her. So the name Tammy Page came in. And you know what I love is when I'm standing at the top and I shout, Tammy Page! And she looks up and she races to the top because she knows I've always got a little treat for her. She knows her name is Tammy Page, a name that she's protected, a name that she's wanted, and a name that she feels loved. That's why her name is Tammy Page. I want to stress to the community as well, if you do have an animal in need, please just ask for help. I think that's the greatest message.